The smoke still hung heavy in the air. An acrid smell filled the lungs. Firefighters coughed, their faces smeared with soot. They combed through the ruins of what was once a quiet suburban home. The structure was gone, reduced to timber skeletons and ash piles. What was once a cozy living space was now a graveyard of possessions. They searched methodically, looking for the homeowner, hoping for a miracle. Then they found it, a body, lying perfectly still on the scorched floor. But the discovery brought not closure, but immediate, horrifying confusion. This body was different. It defied logic. It defied forensic science. This was the body that didn't burn. Sarah Jenkins was a creature of habit, a life measured in library book returns. She was 57 years old. She had lived in this small, two-bedroom ranch house for over 30 years. Her routine was rigid. Every morning, she brewed her coffee precisely at 6:15 a.m. She walked her elderly dog, Buster, along the same quiet street. She spent her days managing the local public library's reference desk. Her life was quiet, predictable. She was the kind of person you saw every day, the kind of person you never truly noticed. She enjoyed her solitude. She had no known enemies, no obvious troubles. Her neighbors described her as pleasant, a bit reserved, but deeply kind. No one expected her life to end this way, in a raging inferno, in a mystery that would baffle the world. The fire began late one Tuesday night, around 1 a.m. Witnesses saw flames almost instantly. They shot out of the living room window like a blowtorch. Neighbors called 911 immediately. Fire crews arrived quickly. They found the entire front of the house engulfed. They battled the aggressive blaze for hours. It was a vicious fight. The old wood and deep-set furniture acted as perfect fuel. The house was a total loss, reduced to cinders and steaming piles of ruin. It was a devastating tragedy, an accidental death, or so the initial report stated. They located Sarah Jenkins in what was the center of the living room, or where the center used to be. The area around her was a wasteland of destruction. The floorboards beneath her were charred black. Furniture springs were twisted metal. Glass had melted and reformed into strange, shiny puddles. Yet, Sarah's body lay almost intact. It was the first, terrifying clue that this was no ordinary fire. Dr. Eris Thorne was the lead medical examiner for the county. He had 20 years of experience. He had seen countless fire victims. He knew the stages of burning, the blistering, the charring, the reduction of tissue. He knew what a body exposed to intense heat should look like. This was not it. Sarah's cotton nightgown was gone. It had vaporized instantly in extreme heat, but her flesh remained, almost pristine. Her skin was a dull, waxy white. There was a faint reddening on her exposed limbs, a superficial change. That was all. No deep tissue damage, no blistering, no carbonization. It was as if she was wrapped in an invisible shield, a biological anomaly, a chilling, impossible puzzle. Thorne ran his gloved hand over her arm. Her skin felt strangely firm, unyielding, cold, despite the heat of the wreckage. He stared at the destruction around her. The heat must have been intense, enough to melt solid brass, enough to destroy the very floor she lay on. Yet, Sarah's body seemed to have resisted. It was a biological marvel, a terrifying paradox. He realized quickly this case would haunt his professional life forever. The heat was enough to turn the plastic of a nearby television into slag. Yet, Sarah's skin looked like she had just fallen asleep. Her hair was completely gone, singed away by the atmosphere. Her face was peaceful, except for the faint soot coating her nostrils. This pointed toward smoke inhalation as the cause of death, but the lack of external burns was perplexing. It defied every law of thermodynamics applied to human tissue. Dr. Thorne ordered her body transported immediately. He instructed his team to handle her with extreme care. This was a critical scene, not the destruction around her, but the victim herself. The initial autopsy findings only deepened confusion. Sarah Jenkins, 57, was indeed found deceased from smoke inhalation. Carbon monoxide poisoning was confirmed. But the internal findings were contradictory to the external appearance. Her lungs were severely damaged. Her internal organs showed definite signs of high-temperature exposure. Yet, her outermost layer, her skin and the superficial muscles, were strangely preserved. The internal evidence suggested a roaring fire. The external evidence suggested a cool room. It was a medical paradox. The fire chief, Captain Reyes, was equally stumped. The fire started in the living room, near an old faulty lamp. The investigation determined it was electrical. The spread was rapid, fueled by old paper, wood, and fabrics. The temperatures inside the center of the blaze would have reached easily over 1,500, far beyond what any human tissue could withstand for even a few minutes. Something was protecting her. But what? They looked for accelerants on the body. They searched for a chemical coating, a fire blanket, anything that could explain the preservation. They found nothing. No traces of gasoline, no industrial chemicals. The fire was purely accidental. That was the official conclusion. But the body remained an anomaly, a stubborn, unyielding fact. Dr. Thorne took extensive tissue samples. Blood work was performed again and again. Toxicology screens were run meticulously. He suspected something unique, something biological, or perhaps a sudden, massive internal chemical reaction. Had she ingested some unknown compound? Was she exposed to a bizarre element? The questions were fantastic, almost science fiction, but the evidence was staring him in the face. The forensic lab reports started trickling back to his office. The results were frustratingly normal. No unusual chemicals were found in her system. No illegal drugs. No deadly toxins. Her blood chemistry was within normal limits. Her general tissue composition seemed standard, but Thorne refused to believe it. He ordered the samples sent to a university lab, a lab specializing in cellular pathology. Days later, the new results arrived. They were subtle, almost missed, but they confirmed Thorne's intuition. Under high magnification microscopy, something strange emerged in Sarah's cellular structure. Her collagen fibers displayed an unusual rigidity, a structural integrity far beyond normal human tissue. Her cells seemed to have an increased density, a resistance to thermal degradation. It was as if her organic material was somehow fortified. It was subtle, almost imperceptible to a standard pathologist, but the difference was measurable. This was not normal human biology. This was something fundamentally altered, a mutation, a rare genetic condition that activated late in life, or perhaps the result of a very specific, unknown environmental exposure. The university pathologist suggested a theory based on existing research. It was highly speculative. It spoke of a hypothetical condition they termed pyrostasis, a state where the body's cellular matrix, particularly the structural proteins, became incredibly heat-resistant, almost like a natural organic fire retardant woven into the skin and muscle. The theory was based on studying deep-sea bacteria, never observed in humans. Until now, could Sarah Jenkins be the first documented case of human pyrostasis? The idea was sensational. It was frightening. It challenged everything they knew about human resilience. It opened a terrifying discussion. Was this natural, or was it induced? But without concrete genetic markers or a chemical cause, it remained just a theory, a desperate, final attempt to explain the unexplainable. The case of the body that didn't burn became a fixture in the medical community. Officially, Sarah Jenkins died in an accidental house fire. Unofficially, her body became a legend, a medical ghost story. Scientists from around the globe contacted Dr. Thorne. They wanted access to the samples. They wanted to study the fireproof woman. Her legacy was no longer in the books she loved, but in her impossible, silent death. Her body challenged the very boundaries of scientific understanding. It forced doctors to ask difficult questions about human biology, about what the human body is truly capable of. We still don't know the definitive answer. Was it a rare genetic fluke? A 1 in a billion mutation? Did her unique cellular structure slow the heat absorption enough for the smoke to kill her before the fire could consume her? The simple answer is that we don't know. The complexity of the human body, even in death, continues to astound. We have theories. We have a name for the phenomenon, pyrostasis, but the true, underlying mechanism remains hidden, buried deep within our unburned flesh. A chilling reminder that some mysteries refuse to be consumed by fire. Some secrets linger, forever untouched by the flames. Her death was a tragedy, but her body became a profound scientific question, a puzzle left for us to solve, or perhaps to simply fear.